104.1 KRBE.
Let's go.
Good morning. The Roula Show with Eric.
About to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula
Macaroni cheese hot dog.
with Eric.
You're the champions of the world.
104.1 KRB.
Yeah!
Hi.
Good
All right.
morning, Houston, Texas. It's Thursday, January the 8th of 2026 at 6:02 a.m. with Roula, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Hey! That just puts me in a good mood when I hear the champions of the blanking world.
It was a good time back then.
That was a good time. For those that are new to Houston, that was Game 6 against the Phillies winning the World Series in 2022. And let me tell you, yesterday, my Instagram reminded me that yesterday was the 14-year anniversary of J.J. Watt's rookie season where he swatted the ball, got the ball from the Bengals, and ran it in for a pick-6 touchdown in our playoffs with the Texans. Which
that was
then
the start of, that's what got
started a
everyone,
legend.
like, if you're a football fan, you knew him because he had a great year, but
that's when
everybody
was like, oh my God, who's this guy? Because remember on that
in the
Monday
playoffs,
show,
you show up like that? Yeah.
Yes. On that Monday show, we had already, I think Dwayne Brown had left the season before, and we always had like a Houston Texan that would adopt the show. And Joel Dreesen was one of them, and then Dwayne Brown, he'd come up here.
Chester Pitts would always be back
Chester
and
Pitts
forth.
was always
He's
solid.
always solid.
And then I said on the air that Monday, I was like, we got to get J.J. Watt to be like the replacement for Dwayne because we have an opening for a Texan. Well, little did we know, J.J.'s going to be a little bit bigger than when we come up here. And actually, I kind of laughed about this one, guys, because, Sam, you'll appreciate this one. At that game, that's the first playoff game I ever went to in my life for NFL. And I went because our boss and her husband and our other boss and her husband had tickets.
Ooh.
And she invited me and my husband Tasso. So the 6 of us were at that game because I remember when he did that. And I go, who's that? What's happening? Because when you're in the stadium,
Yeah, that's true. You can't really see.
you can't really see who, you know what. And plus we were drinking like a lot of vodka cranberry.
And they don't say the names.
No. So we're getting totally smash hammered, crazy, ridiculous. And then after that, I went to go eat sushi. So I probably had like a pound of raw fish. And that means today is the 14th anniversary of me cleaning my bathroom cabinet and saying, oh, here's a pregnancy test. Let me just pee on it and see what happens. Ha, ha, ha. And I peed on it. I'm doing laundry. La, la, la. Toss was watching NFL football on whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I go out there and I go, oh, my God. This thing says positive. He goes, what? I go, oh, my God. I'm pregnant. And he goes, you are? We drank so much yesterday.
And ate sushi. No, that's good.
Which means my child is turning 14 in September.
Oh, man.
It's Eleni's birthday,
Oh,
14. She's turning 14 in September. So
That's
she was born
crazy.
September 6th.
That's
I
funny.
found out after the J.J. Watt SWAT playoff game.
That's a way
I
to
was
remember
pregnant.
it.
I'll never forget it. I will never forget it because it was not even on my wheelhouse radar to think I was pregnant. I go, oh, I'm cleaning the bathroom. You get more than one in the box on the
Yeah,
pregnancy test.
normally.
And they're not cheap. Let me just pee on this stick and
I
get
would
rid
have
of
not
it.
done
Is that crazy?
That's weird.
That was bananas.
Is that bad that I don't have crazy memories like that? I'm just
Nothing.
Well, right now you're still in Blur's time because they're toddlers and
Yeah,
you're
when
2
things
under
happen.
3. Two kids under 3. You won't remember a lot.
I remember my wife and I were some friends were supposed to go on not Disney, a New Year's cruise. And she's like, yeah, just for the heck of it, I'll take the test. And then same thing. She put it down, didn't notice it. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, crap, I'm pregnant. So we're excited, our first one.
Right.
But then we're about to go on a cruise. We're just planning on drinking.
Drinking
and
the whole time.
it's like, nope, can't do that.
Good thing
Yeah.
you found out.
I'm like, I should have waited a week.
I know.
Anyone feels bad.
No. That's good that she found out before she had all that alcohol. My mom is going on her first ever cruise, and I know you guys are super cruisers, and you talk about that drink package.
I'm
Of course,
Special K and I
Yes.
do the cruise. We've never cruised together yet, but
But don't put your mom on that.
yeah, no.
No, I'm not going to. But I was wondering for my sister and my brother and my sister-in-law who are all going to go. Is there? I don't know if Disney
They
Cruise
have like soda
offers that drink
packages
package.
and stuff. Like
It's a Disney Cruise. They offer drink packages.
Oh,
Eric?
yeah.
Okay.
They have these cups that like not a Yeti, but it's a cheap version, and it's
Okay.
got a code on it. So you put like in the machine, like say a Coca-Cola machine, you want Dr Pepper, Sprite, all
Yeah.
that stuff. You put there, and it knows that you paid for the.
Oh wow, there's like a QR code on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean you
interesting.
could go other places too, but there's machines like this pizza place they have.
Wow.
This is for Royal Caribbean
Okay.
and Carnival. They all have these.
Mm.
I always tell people bring a Yeti with them. That way,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Have your own ice and your
yeah,
own
stays
water.
colder, especially when
Yeah.
it gets hotter out.
That's a good point. I'll tell them to do that.
Yeah, just bring a couple cups.
I
Don't
don't
bring a
it-
steamer.
What's a
They-
steamer?
Like,
What do you
because
mean?
our clothes get wrinkled.
Oh, okay.
So my wife, I thought we brought a steamer before. She bought a new one, put it in there, and her bag didn't show up till like, we're already out in the middle of the Gulf.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Where's my bag?" And they finally delivered it. And they go, "Yeah, we had to go through your bag. You had a steamer. We took it. Yeah, we got it back when we
You're
got
not allowed
back."
to have a steamer on a cruise?
You can't have coils, probably. You
But
can't
it's a
have
little
anything.
steamer. It's just a little. Maybe the steam would go up. Maybe somebody had a problem and went up and sprinkler went off.
They're
Doesn't make sense.
real specific
weird.
about heating elements on cruise ships.
I mean, it
or
makes
on an
sense. I
airline.
get iron because there's usually like a place where you can do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But who wants
What,
to
like
do that?
iron your clothes?
Yeah.
There's a place on the cruise ship?
Like to wash, like a laundry room.
Oh, like, okay.
Some places I remember
You can't
seeing.
do it
But
in your room?
You can pay them too.
Yeah, you pay them.
All right, like a dry cleaning
But-
service.
They have that,
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Going back to the Yeti thing, the Yeti is to pour your drink into after you get it so it stays colder for longer, not so that you have your own little personal water. and
Okay,
whatnot.
gotcha.
Yeah.
If you need water, it's everywhere. Like everywhere you turn.
Well, that's what I'm
there's
saying,
water.
yeah, because I would imagine if I was on a sun chair on the sun deck,
Yeah.
the Lido deck. That's all I remember hearing from television.
I can't wait to see what your
You
mom
have
thinks.
that. I know, I can't wait either.
I know. I can't believe that she's doing it
I
before
wish your
you.
dad was.
I know, I can't
I wish your
believe it.
dad did a cruise.
I
Since he
know.
came to America on a boat.
Can
on
you
a ship.
believe that? My father came here on a 9-day excursion on a ship through New York Harbor to get to America, and we never cruised one time after that.
He's
Not
probably
once.
scarred from that. He's like, I'm never stepping foot on a boat again.
There's no window, no porthole or what anything.
But it was celebratory.
Well, yeah, my dad would talk about it was the SS Constitution is the ship that brought him here from Greece, and he would talk about how. That's why I think so much that it was like the Titanic like scene because my dad was steerage, right? My dad was in a room with 3 German immigrants. And they kept calling him Yermano because he had like auburnish hair like mine. And they thought he was German, but he was a Greek guy. And so he remembers seeing the white glove service of the richer folk.
Oh, the upper.
I don't, I've only seen Titanic, so I know that Jack Dawson was over there while Rose was over there, and he could see how fancy it got.
Things haven't
until he got
changed. It's still that
invited.
way. Like
Is it? Yeah.
higher you are up, that's where the big fancy
Yeah.
suites are, and there's the inside cabins and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely remember my dad's descriptions of.
I did one by the
all
Anchor
that.
once. I think it was right after we got fired
Okay.
from that other place.
Mm-hmm.
Where I just sad, and she goes, "Let's go to Florida and get on a ship."
Nice. That's a
And
good
then, but
girlfriend.
it was last second, and so we were right in no porthole, nothing, and you could hear the anchor.
I would be so claustrophobic.
You didn't care. We were just
No, you're young. You don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very
now I'm like,
cheap.
nope. I have to have a balcony.
Yeah, you're right. When you're young, you don't care.
No.
There are so many things I did not care. I just was happy to be there when I was like 23. Now I'm like, well, I'm a little bit more seasoned now.
We're just sleeping.
I need some air.
Yeah, we wake up. You have pains.
Oh, is
Once
that
you're over
right?
35, I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
You know, Eric talks bad about 1997, and 1997
just for
is,
music.
the year that that ship, the SS Constitution, was under tow and it sank.
What?
Yep,
You know
they
this?
were dragging it,
What?
Really?
but they were dragging it to bust it up and
Oh, they're gonna
break
tear it up
Yeah,
anyway?
they're gonna tear it
Oh
up
my
anyway.
God, how do you know this? That's so crazy. My dad was on that ship and you know that fact?
Well, there's 2 ships. There's the Independence and the Constitution, and they're sister ships, and
I had no
they're
idea.
ocean liners, and yeah.
How do you remember this stuff, Kev?
Because he loves
You know,
ships.
I'm just
Gosh.
He does love
I'm a
ships.
nerd. You know, I don't like
I
nerd
wish
out
I
about.
was a nerd.
Like he
Sam,
doesn't know
because-
sports, but Sam, you know sports.
Right.
Right. See?
And Sam, because of
guess
Kevin, I
so.
started
That's
following this
true.
female ship captain. She just retired or something, didn't she?
No, she moved to the Four Seasons super mega yacht. Now
okay.
she's going to do exclusive luxury
By making
cruises.
4
Okay.
times as much,
I
less
mean,
work.
She was
Oh my
pretty
gosh.
amazing to follow because she would show all the different. I mean,
Captain
that's the most, I know
Kate
about cruising.
McHugh.
Yeah.
She was the master of the Celebrity XL, one of their big ships, and she was one of the only female American captains. So it was
Amazing.
super cool to
To
watch
be an
her.
American captain,
Yes.
and a female is even bigger.
It's kind of what I intended to do when I came to Texas. So it's cool to follow someone who went through with it and is living
What's your
that
dream?
that particular dream. Don't get me wrong, I'm living my dream.
Wait, can you still do this? Hold on, can this still be Special K second act? You know, people who are like, what's that real life story of the Philadelphia Eagles pulling the guy from the crowd?
Mark Wahlberg movie?
The Mark Wahlberg movie, 12th Man or something, whatever they called it. He was just a huge fan, and he was an Eagles
They had
fan.
tryouts or
and
something?
they had tryouts, and he made the team. Kevin can be like, well, I've been on 172 cruises. Does that qualify me for to be a captain now?
I did the tour of the deck or whatever.
Yeah,
what do you
well,
call it?
you do get sea time for doing something
Which
out
one's
there.
the poop deck?
That was from old sailing ships. The poop deck was.
Is that what it meant?
It's not something we would want to be on.
No,
I
I can't remember why they called it the poop deck. But I don't even remember if it was in the bow or the stern. I was never on a sailing vessel that crossed the ocean. But I'll let you know.
Happy cruising, friends. Happy cruising.
It's
Fine
the
in
rear of
Galveston.
the ship.
The
The
rear of the
rear.
ship
Yeah,
is
the
poop deck?
highest deck, the stern, the rear of a ship.
Oh. And is it called the poop deck? Is that where they
Traditionally,
exit
the roof of
stuff?
the captain's cabin, providing an elevated vantage point for navigation and commanding the crew.
But then is
Now
that
they
supposed
call
to
it
throw you off? It's called the poop deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
on a sailing ship, yes, but on a cruise ship, it's called the bridge.
Or Star Trek. The bridge.
Or on Star Trek is the bridge.
Well, it's the same thing. A ship has a bridge.
Yep, there.
Stop, you nerds.
Well, coming up today, it is the first Roses of 2026 after 7 o'clock. You know, we've been doing this for years where we help you figure out if your mate is stepping out on you or not. As far as the weather goes, we're starting to get there, but it's still going to be hot. The high is 78 today. At lunchtime, when you decide to go to lunch from your office between 11 and 2:30, they say it's going to be very windy. Gusty winds up to 35 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Oh, weird. It is currently 70 degrees. It's going to get to the 40s by Sunday for the Chevron Houston Marathon. So we're going to start creeping to the cold later. But today it's going to be warm. And coming up next, we've got Celebrity Scoop, Sarah Michelle Gellar. What's old is new again. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's another one because do not call this a reboot. It's something else. Well, what is the something else? We'll find out next in Scoop on The Roula Show with Eric. It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. And 7 o'clock this morning is our first Roses of 2026. That's where you go to krbe.com. If you have questions in your relationship, you think your mate might be cheating or lying by omission, just acting shifty. We get you some answers. So
And
that's coming at 7.
We have that big concert announcement.
At 7 o'clock, right before Roses.
There was a hint yesterday on the show, and we didn't even know
I
Kevin made a
know.
hint. If you were listening to the whole show, you might.
Way to go, Kev.
I didn't know it at the time.
None of us did.
Nobody
None
knew.
of us did.
Okay.
None of us
It was in
did.
the news about that, and you just brought it up, and wow, that's going to be pretty cool. So, 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Who is it? Where are they going to be? What are they doing?
Who could it be?
What's going on? Okay. Never say never is such a cliche phrase, but it's the truth. Never say never. Never say. I mean, we've had so many examples just personally in our show of never say never. Like,
And it was a song by Romeo Void, I believe.
is that right?
Never say never.
Never say never.
Okay.
Just when you say
That
I'll
was
never do
rough.
that, you're going to do that, right? Sam never thought she would let her son play with dinosaurs, and he will not be stopped.
I feel like Sam is. I feel like Sam is the listeners in their cars right now. Like when we say stuff, she's like, "Oh, that was rough, Kev," or
Oh,
Eric,
like
oh,
I
that
should
joke.
keep. Yeah,
No, I start laughing. I love it.
my
Ooh.
internal thoughts come out
I like it.
when it should probably just be like, Sam, just keep your mouth shut. You shouldn't have put a microphone in front of me.
Nope, sorry.
Okay, so you're gonna get my
Keeping that mic in there.
honest opinion.
Well, Sarah Michelle Gellar said they were when she finished the Buffy series for the CW/WB, then turned CW, she'd probably never revisit that, right? Buffy's done. It's fine. Well, now she is. Hulu ordered a pilot for a new Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar starred in Buffy for 7 seasons, and she is part of this new Buffy. It's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer: New Sunnydale. She says it's not a sequel, it's not a reboot, it's a continuation. She said it will answer the questions of where Buffy is now in this world and what is this world that Buffy lives in with her and without her. So it's not a reboot. It's not picking up with all the same characters right away. It's not a sequel. That's why the name was even important to her. Buffy New Sunnydale. It's Buffy, but it's also something else. So if you were a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, she wasn't the original Buffy. The original Buffy was Christy Swanson with Luke Perry. It was a motion picture,
Yep.
Buffy the Vampire
Pee Wee
Slayer.
Herman.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was like, he had long hair. He was like one of the bad
Vampires?
vampires. He had one arm.
I didn't know.
He's like, I can do anything you can do. All right, clap.
Oh my god!
I remember that line. I remember that line as a kid.
That was a real kitschy, silly movie.
That's what was so weird. There was a campy.
Yeah, campy. That's a great word
And then
for it.
when Buffy the Vampire Slayer the series came out, that's why I was like, I don't want to watch that, but it was better, darker. Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was definitely it had its following. And Sarah Michelle Gellar says, about the saying never say never, as I was initially opposed to ever retaking this character, I will eat my words, and I'm okay with that. I learned my lesson. I never saw how and why it could be as good as the original series. I'm not trying to be better. I just want to hold the honor and memory of what we created originally. And I know that sometimes memory is conflicted for people about how they're supposed to feel about it, but a lot of people put their blood, sweat, and tears into making what I think is an incredibly great show, and I'm incredibly proud of it. Also, Sarah Michelle Gellar is married to Freddie Prinze Jr., and they made a pact when they got married for their family when they had kids, or even for their own marriage. Like, if one of us is working, the other one will not take on projects. So we can all be together as a unit. They have stuck to that, and they have not been present in Hollywood media and top-notch movies.
He used to be a writer for WWE wrestling.
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the
still
kind
on
of way
there,
they
isn't
made money, right? They didn't make prominent money like Jennifer Lawrence in Hunger Games, or they weren't continuously in our faces in projects, but they were making money as actors, writers, producers, directors behind the scenes to support themselves and their family in a good way with comfort. And then now here she is with this, so this probably has given her some good cash.
Did you see what's coming back on? Is it Amazon Prime? Star Search.
I saw that. It's on Netflix, I think.
Netflix?
Because I saw the title saying
yes, Netflix.
January 20th or something. So I was like, oh, really? That's funny.
Jelly Roll and I forget who else is on it. The judges.
Chrissy Teigen's on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why is she on it?
And I forget who
The
the
only way-
third person
That's
is.
why I was hoping when she was on it, I was like, oh, they're bringing back the original formula with, they did models. They competed.
Spokesmodels, actors,
and the actors,
singers,
the acting thing,
comedians.
they're not doing the acting thing.
Oh, they're not. So I haven't seen what their format's going to be.
Because as a kid, it was basically these two people did a scene together.
Right.
And then later on in the show, two other people did the same scene, and you had to vote who did it better.
Right. It was so interesting, Sam. There was a guy named Ed McMahon. He was the sidekick for one of the most iconic talk show hosts in the history of television. His name was Johnny Carson. You've heard of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ed McMahon was like the Andy Richter to Conan O'Brien. Ed McMahon would sit next to Johnny, be like, ha, 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 and he was like the announcer guy. So Ed McMahon, as a child, for me, that's how I knew him. He would wear a tuxedo, and it was Star Search. And it was Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, all these people
Britney
were on
Spears.
that. We're on Star Search.
Every comedian you know,
Yeah.
from Ellen to Ray Romano to Louis, and everybody.
I think Roseanne Barr, Rosie O'Donnell.
That's how they get their start.
Wow.
So Justin Timberlake went
There was
on
no
there as
social
a
media,
kid.
so they needed something.
That's true.
Yeah, and a lot of America would watch this, but I don't think it was on ABC. It was on the channel 26
It's like
or
a
20
syndicated
type channel.
series.
Yeah, so when JT was 10, he auditioned as a country singer kid. Beyonce was part of Girls Time. It was when her dad was trying to build the first girl group. I think it was 6 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Girls Time. And that one didn't work. They didn't get the stars. You had to get 5 stars. It was up to 5 stars, 4 stars. The judges would vote you. And if you had, Sam, she got 4 stars. Special K got 3.5 stars. Sam, you're into the next round. That's how Star Search would work.
Okay.
And then you'd become famous from it. Anyway, so it's interesting that Netflix is rebooting that.
Yeah, they said Leanne Rimes was on it. Rosie,
wow.
Like you said, Rosie O'Donnell, Kevin
Yeah.
James, Brad Garrett, Billy Porter.
Interesting.
Billy Porter was on that.
Dave
Yeah, he
Chappelle.
is pretty old.
Wow.
Wow.
That was kind of so there was Star Search and then there was Night at the Apollo, Showtime at the Apollo.
That was on forever.
Showtime at the Apollo also broke so many careers amazingly. And there were people who would try to go on Star Search and Showtime at the Apollo, and one would hit and one wouldn't. So those were the two talent variety shows.
Got it.
The other thing I wanted to bring up is, I have younger kids, and so they're Gen Alpha, right? Aren't our kids Gen Alpha, Eric?
Did they even give it a name yet? I didn't even know.
I think it's Gen Alpha. My son will watch television in my living room. He will go to YouTube and he will watch. You know how on our phones they always tell you landscape when you want to record a video? Otherwise, the news has to show the vertical video and then blur out the two sides. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is new to me. I was today years old when I found out that companies call those vertical videos and they implement them into their apps because kids that wheelhouse age are used to seeing that. Disney Plus just announced they are going to add vertical videos to their app. And ESPN has started adding that. And I'm like, but that's the obnoxious way to watch television because of the blurred sides. But they're saying that this...
They're not watching on TVs.
But they are. Because, Eric, this
I see 'em on YouTube and
Deadline.com
stuff.
did an
iPads.
article about vertical videos. They say vertical videos are really great as daily habits, snackable, short, bite-sized experiences. And Disney is not viewing them as teasers for longer form programming, but more of an overall enhancement because they said these integrated shorts in YouTube, they're now being viewed in the living room, not just on mobile, because they can see where we're watching it from.
Mm-hmm.
So kids like my kid is being tracked like he's watching this on our TV, these little vertical video shorts, YouTube shorts. And it's like if Kevin does which I don't know, power tool is going to be better for sheetrock or whatever it is, like something that an adult would care about. Like in kid world, it's like, we filled this whole room full of Kix cereal, and then this whole room is full of Fruit Loops. You know, stupid stuff that kids like get, like what Mr. Beast does.
Yeah.
Draws them in, right? Mm-hmm. And so that vertical video thing is a thing now. All these apps are going to do it.
And to answer your question, it's probably the Dremel flat saw.
Which tool is better for
What about the
sheetrock?
cereal, though? What?
The cereal.
Which one gets soggy first?
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
They said watching the rise of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and other vertical players, while the person that's now at Disney Plus was at YouTube, says that's what is.
What's
giving
funny
them
is you
the
don't
idea to
realize
do this.
technology changes until like I was watching like NBA TV, watching like old Chicago Bulls games or Rockets games in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or even early like Kobe.
And you see like the quality and
Yeah,
everything.
because the sides, they don't have HD like we have now. And just because like that, it's cut the sides off because it's not HD and it looks like crap.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were,
we didn't know any better.
that's all we had.
That's all we had. I mean, the fact now that you see the cameras when you're watching football in the NFL, and you see the camera on the line
That
over
string
the
thing,
field.
that-
Oh,
Yeah.
zipping
Wire.
over it?
Yeah, because they get like right in there.
Which is amazing.
And I'm thinking in the 70s, how did people watch football? They saw nothing.
Right. It's like actually being at a game.
They had
You're like,
Zoom.
where's the little football?
Yeah, they
really,
one little
they
zoom,
did.
like one just barely just zoom in,
Yeah.
like just
That's true.
can't even tell.
I mean, because think of how much
That's
the evolution of
hilarious.
just watching the NFL. They will instantly, when the play happens, they do the reverse and the slow motion. The reverse and the slow motion. There he is, right there with the ball. Did he have control?
Right.
Did he have control? Where's his foot in the? And I'm like, how? This is. If you go back in time, if somebody from the 70s came to 2025, they'd be like, "What in the?
I predict.
You guys will not believe how they watch football in the 2020s."
Or the yard line.
Yeah.
How they move that. Someone thought that was real.
Yeah, they thought
and
that was it.
realized
How'd they do
it
that
was a
yellow
game.
line?
That was Dumb Question Amnesty.
Oh, that
Yeah.
A
was
little
funny.
boy had called our show and said, "How do they paint the line so
Yeah.
fast?"
They
Yeah.
don't.
With
It's
the
always
circles on those
I
fellas.
guarantee
Yes.
you, 10 years they're gonna have cameras on the football somehow.
Oh yeah,
So when you
you're
throw
right,
it, you're
right.
gonna see the football like going into their hands.
You're right. You're right. I believe you.
Cameras built into the helmets.
helmets.
I know they have some in the USFL or whatever it's called, XFL or whatever they
Mhm.
changed the name.
Yeah. Well, did you see that the punter balls, they're different balls than what they've
Yeah.
been using? There's like
Really?
a little, there's some.
I know
like,
they have chips in them.
chips. Thank you. There's
That's
some
why when they
chip in
throw
it.
them to the crowd, you can't
you have
keep that
to get
ball.
it back. You
They'll give
have
you
to
another
give it back.
ball.
Yes.
They'll give you a different ball, but
Yeah.
but not the
Because there's a chip in it.
their technology. They don't want to be taken.
Well, think about with
Interesting.
baseball, they have the cameras in the bases, so when the player slides into the
Oh,
dirt, you see him
true.
coming.
I didn't know that.
They have that in
Yeah.
the pylons in football.
Yeah.
Those little
Oh, right.
Yes.
corners, the orange.
It's very interesting. All right, coming up next, we have wedding talk because wedding season is not right now. However, there
You're
are a
starting
lot
to
of
pay for it.
stats about people who got engaged over the holidays are starting to plan their weddings, and you're seeing how expensive it is to get married. There is a stat about what your wedding costs versus the longevity of the probability of you getting divorced.
Yeah, if you spend over this certain,
What?
there's a number. If you spend over this,
Yeah.
you might as well just add a divorce lawyer into it.
No
Oh my
way.
God, we're
On
gonna have to
retainer.
debate this. We will have to
What?
debate this next. Yes, we will on the Roula Show with Eric and KRVE.
It's KRBE. The Roula Show with Eric.
All right, it's not exactly wedding season, but we're bringing up weddings because a lot of people got engaged between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. A lot
yeah.
of people got engaged. Universally, that's like a big window of time that someone's going to get engaged.
Plus, it makes sense. You go see your family. You want to celebrate
Yep.
because you don't want to do it like a few months later. Then it's like, oh, I got to go fly back to see the family or drive.
Show them my rock.
Thanksgiving weekend, I feel like, is a very popular weekend to get engaged because people are already getting together for Turkey Day. So whether you get engaged, like let's say the night before, or at the Thanksgiving Day events, or maybe the weekend after, the family is still collected. That Thanksgiving shopping weekend.
How many
everyone's-
people are like disappointed or like bummed out? Like, oh my God, I thought he was going to ask me to marry
Oh,
me.
man.
at
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Well, I still have Valentine's Day. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
So maybe
Valentine's Day.
he didn't do it at Christmas because he thought it was too cliche. Because Valentine's Day isn't cliche.
I got engaged Thanksgiving weekend, but it wasn't on Thanksgiving. It was it Saturday? Oh my God, was it Saturday? Was it Friday? No, it was Saturday.
It was closed.
No, was it
It
Sunday?
was a weekend because it was closed. Maybe a
Oh,
Sunday.
it was Sunday. It was Sunday.
See, even I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Come
Were
on,
you there?
God.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just figured
Well,
if
no,
the place
I
is,
didn't know.
I
Like,
figured if the place is closed,
my
it probably
family was
Sunday.
there.
Yeah,
for mine.
Yeah, because the place where Tasso wanted to propose to me,
yeah.
he did not realize they were not open on Sundays. So then he was like, "Oh my God!" So he had to pivot like 3 times.
Oh, gosh.
It was so
I just drove by where I asked my wife to marry me, and it's so depressing now.
Why?
I saw that.
It's just-
Eric, tell
it's like
everybody else.
Oh, just
It used to be called Mark's.
Mark's. It was a. It used to be a church. Then it was like a
Dream Merchant
skateboard shop or something.
Yeah, and then
on
it was
Westheimer?
Mark's on Westheimer.
Yeah,
right
right
on
on
Westheimer.
Westheimer.
Yeah.
They had their big sale this week. I was just driving by, and they had all the clothes out there. And I looked to the right, and they got the big fence around it. Used to have spray paint on it. It was
Graffitied up building. Mark's was a
Was
really.
it 1/5 at one time?
It was 1/5. Sam, Mark's was like a when he got engaged and it was called Mark's. That was
Yeah.
like a real like hot restaurant that's hard to get a reservation for. It's fancy
Yeah.
pants,
You
and
have
so
to-
that's why he got engaged
And
there.
you go
Got
up,
it.
like where in the church in the back up
The
in
balcony.
the balcony.
The
Yeah.
poop deck.
Yeah, the poop deck. Yeah, we looked earlier. They have like 4 or 5 tables there, so I had one perfect set up and that.
Aw.
And then she was supposed to meet my friend to have dinner, but then my friend obviously was in on it with me.
Right. And then
She's
you
like, I'm
walk
running
up.
late, and then I came up,
Nice.
surprised her.
So then it turned into 1/5. Chris Shepard had a 5-year lease on that building.
Yeah,
So he called it 1/5 because every year of the 5-year lease, he would flip the concept.
changed the whole menu.
It would be seafood one
wow.
year. It was Italian the next year.
It was cool.
So it was called
That is
1/5. It was cool. So obviously when that lease was up,
So now I just
they
drive by
moved out
and
and now it's just fenced
No,
up
it's
and
sad.
graffitied.
Mine's
Yeah.
washed away if it makes you feel any
Is it
better.
Oh, the place where you got engaged?
Like, because North Carolina is just like OBX is just getting washed up. Like the houses are just getting
Oh, is
taken
this like a
over.
wedding
Like,
omen
it's just like-
for
It's-
engagements?
Yeah,
My
don't
place is
say that.
crap.
Yeah,
Your place is crap.
My
Oh,
place
Really,
got
yours is
washed
gone too,
over.
right?
Yes, Vincent's closed.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Kev, what about you?
Yeah,
Oh
where'd you-
no, Puerto
Puerto Vallarta is still there.
Vallarta. Yeah, and
It hasn't
the
got
restaurant
washed away yet.
is still
That spot?
there.
Same spot?
Yeah, Lapa Lapa is still there, and
Well,
it was,
you're new. You're only 2 years into your
Yeah, give it
marriage.
like 10 years from now, and then it'll be gone.
No, climate change is not going to take it.
Maybe. But there is a stat about getting married and how much you spend, and in relation to whether that's going to make you divorce or not.
What's the magic number? What should we guess?
You can guess, but I'll tell you right now, I have stank when I tell you the number because I
Because
think
it's
in-
yours.
Oh, that's what?
No,
So we're gonna say
no,
6
Not
figures?
because it's mine.
$120,000.
Nope. Because in 2025, I think it is impossible to throw a wedding for less than this number.
Okay, let me tell.
That's
Let me
why.
tell you,
Let's go
mine
around.
was pretty cheap.
Okay, y'all
That's
guess.
because you went out of the States.
You
though,
went to
Kev.
Puerto Vallarta. If
What
you
would
had that
yours
wedding
been?
here.
Yours here in the
Here
U.S.
it started at $35,000
Okay,
to do
then you're-
something plain.
Then you would be getting divorced.
Wow.
What do you think the number is? It's not 35. What do you think the number is, Sam?
Oh wait, Kev would get divorced if you spent this
if
much
he spent
money.
if he spent 35, that's why I have stank.
Oh.
There's no way this number
Got
is
it.
not going to get
it
met.
Was, I thought it was going to be like in the 6 figures.
thinking-
No, it's not 6
I
figures.
did
Whoa.
like 30,000.
I was going to say if Kev said 35 and you said that, you stink. Let's go 15,000.
What do you think, Sam? I mean, Eric?
35. I mean 30.
30.
He said
It's a
35.
study show that couples who spend more than $20,000 on their wedding are significantly more likely to divorce than those who spend a more modest amount. $20,000 is a modest amount in 2025 if you're having 100 people at your wedding.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Pretty much. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I don't think
I-
you can do
The
it
dress,
for.
the cake, the DJ, the venue.
in a big city like
the
this, in
booze.
Houston,
Yeah.
In
Right.
Houston, Texas?
my hometown, I did it for 5,000 my first marriage. That didn't last well, so
I was
This
going to
study's
say
BS.
OBX, I'm sure was so much less than that. But I think there was like maybe 40.
you just went out on the beach. It's
You had
There was
40
40
people on the
people?
beach. The beach is free, is it not?
Yeah, but I had to pay for the venue.
Still, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So did you
And my
spend more
dress.
than
yeah, but
20
how
on
much
your
were
wedding?
bagel bites?
Bagel bites.
It was classy. There was seafood.
Sam, did you spend
Wow,
more
wow.
than $20,000 on your wedding?
I doubt it. I don't know. My dad paid for it.
But then again, you have also said recently before the break, you said your wedding was a crapshoot because, friend favor fails.
That's true.
You didn't have a photographer that you paid
true.
for. The favor had fail happen. You don't have any pictures.
Right. So if I would have paid for a photographer, it probably would have been up.
Yeah. And what did we learn? I
Yeah.
told you guys that my nephew's getting married at the end of the month. And I was talking to the mother of the bride, and she said there's like a content creator person. I go, wait. Huh, what now? There's a content creator. Isn't that the videographer, photographer's person?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't the photographer company do a package where they make like a social media little thing?
Assume.
I guess you need a content creator.
They probably
now.
put it all together, and then they just charge you more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this
That's
number,
so annoying.
$20,000, is a lot of money. But in 2025, let's say you have 100 people at your wedding. Is that realistic?
In 2007, I got married.
No.
It was
No,
like-
it's not, right?
I got married in Cancun. It was 20 grand for 70 people, I think.
And that was 17 years ago?
yeah,
20
we had-
years ago.
And then when we came here, we had like a wedding for all the other Persians.
And that was more than probably
That
15
was like
grand.
20. I was at
Ours-
Hotel Derek. That was like 22,000.
That's what I'm saying. And that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah,
2000.
Well, ours in Mexico was about the same.
yeah.
We had 80 people, and rented a huge venue castle.
Mansion.
Yeah.
Castle.
So I feel like this is bullcrap. And don't feel bad if you spent more than $20,000 on your wedding. You will not get divorced just because you spent $20,000 on your wedding.
People that like spend over 50 and 100, it's like, would
Use
you rather
that
have
for
that
a
money
house.
for a house or just
Yeah.
life is so hard as it is.
Unless you already
you're
saved it for
millionaires.
that wedding day.
But why even save it for the wedding day?
Because
It's a
it's
big
fun.
day, but then you have kids. That's a bigger day. You do this, that.
That's true, but
I'm on your side.
I
Eric.
Have
ain't
a
gonna-
house you
I
can
ain't
live in
gonna
every day
shame.
and look around and
Right.
go, this is
Maybe
our
it'll
house.
have a garage.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
they get personal now.
seriously.
Time for what's going
When?
down in H-Town on the Roula Show with Eric.
None of you guys,
104.1 KRD.
not one of you have a garage. I mean, Rilla has a garage.
I
but
have two
She doesn't park in
garages.
it.
I know.
I don't want to park in it, Eric. That's
What?
a different. It's a
Who the-
choice.
What do
It's
you
a
mean?
choice.
Oh,
There's no
my
Must
choice.
be nice.
I want that choice.
Me too.
I don't want to park in it because when we first moved into my house.
Why would you not want to park and get
Crazy.
The
wet?
news is brought to you by Easy Fiber, and the news is why don't I park in my house?
Yeah.
In my garage. I don't park in my garage because when my husband and I first moved into this house,
Your Christmas crap.
no, that's not it. My car would fit in the garage, and I find it daunting at the time that we leave in the morning for the garage door because the garage door is attached to the house. And the bedroom above it is my kid's bedroom. You can hear the garage in the dead silence of the night. You can hear it going.
Yeah, it's the
and
sound
coming
of
down.
mommy and daddy going out and making money so that y'all can eat.
Yeah, so
It's
you can have
fine.
stuff, kid.
And I
Roll
just-
over.
And it's not about the noise. Sorry, I started primarily with the noise. It's not at the noise. I remember like to sit in my car and I would open the garage door and then I'd turn on my car because I was paranoid about having the car on with the garage door closed. And then I would zoom out and then I had to sit in my driveway and wait to make sure the garage door closed all the way.
I think it's the
and
angle.
then leave.
The angle of your garage.
Even when it was straight.
If
in
you
my
had the
old
street,
house.
she's got one where you got to go and then like
Turn
go in the
in.
driveway. You got to take
Yeah.
a right. That's 4 or 5 in the morning. It sucks.
But in my old house, it was a straight shot out. Remember when I told you I was traumatized when I hit the garage door and I saw a little bouncing head behind me and my taillights? My then 4.5-year-old child had
Yeah.
run out of the house in the cold to tell me not to leave.
Well, now she's 14. I don't think you have to worry about it. But I'd be 15.
I'm just saying, I'd rather drive. I'd rather just be in the
You're making
driveway,
Kevin and
hop
Sam
into my
mad.
car, go
They-
into the street.
They wish they had a garage so bad.
Well, Sam made the choice to leave a house that had a garage. So did Kevin. Y'all
Wait.
both
No,
left
Kevin,
houses.
did Kevin have a
Well,
garage?
Yeah,
Yes.
we had a garage in
That you never
Sharpstown.
parked in either.
Yeah, don't be
Definitely.
like shading like, oh, we can't
That's 'cause you
afford a
stored all
garage.
this-
I parked in mine.
Well, that's because I had Eric's couch and your
Washer and
and dryer
Oh,
and
yeah.
like all kinds.
You couldn't move around Kev's
no,
garage.
so I had to buy another house to put it in.
Yeah. Mine
be
was
nice.
really nice. I had
Listen, Christmas is
space
coming
in
down
there.
for me this weekend, which means all of my stuff is going to
That's
get
me.
moved out of the way, and then I'll have more space in my garage, and I still won't park there.